Compliance with the recent orders of the Supreme Court on Monday, was it Monday or Tuesday? Monday, November 7th, 2016, in the case of the Republic versus the High Court Commercial Division, ex parte, the Electoral Commission, with Dr. Papa Kwesi Nduom as the interested party. The commission was ordered by the court to extend the nomination period to the 8th, Tuesday the 8th of November, 5 p.m., and to give candidates who had previously submitted their nomination forms as at the 30th of September, the opportunity to correct any errors or omissions that had been discovered on their forms. Following that order, the Commission invited 13 candidates whose nomination forms had been received as at 30th September. These are Dr. Ayariga and Akua Donkor of the UFP, Mr. Ayariga and Akua of the UPP, Madam Akua Donkor of the GFP, Mr. Kofi Akpalu of the IPP, Dr. Edward Mahama of the PNC, Mr. Tien Wardbrew of the DPP, Dr. Papa Kwesi Nduom of the PPP, Mr. Hassan Ayariga of the APC, Mr. Richard Nixon Tete of the UDSP, Dr. Henry Latte of the GCPP, Mrs. Nana Konadu Agyemang-Rawlings of the NDP, and Mr. Alfred Kwame Asiedu-Walker, an independent candidate. So all these candidates were invited to the commission. They were given hearings. The commission took them through the errors and omissions on their forms. During the meetings, we also pointed out to them other areas of concern which the commission had noticed on their forms during the extended nomination period, with the opportunity to correct same if they so wished within the specified deadline. At the close of the extended nomination period yesterday, 5 p.m., the following candidates returned their amended nomination forms: Dr. Henry Latte of the GCPP, Mr. Akwesi Adai Odike of the UPP, Dr. Papa Kwesi Nduom of the PPP, Mr. Kofi Akpalu of the IPP, Mr. Alfred Kwame Asiedu-Walker, an independent candidate, Mr. Hassan Ayariga of the APC, Mrs. Nana Konadu Agyemang-Rawlings of the NDP, Dr. Edward Mahama of the PNC, and Dr. Ayariga and Akua Donkor of the UFP, and Madam Akua Donkor. So in accordance with the orders of the Supreme Court, the Commission also evaluated and vetted these forms as ordered by the court to ensure that the candidates have fully complied with Regulation 9.2 of CI 94. We would also like to state that, contrary to the reports in the media, the hearings were very amicable, and all candidates cooperated, or their reps cooperated with the Commission, and there were no incidents or no, I don't know, what's the word? There were no altercations, so we were very surprised at the media reports. The conversations that took part during the hearings were very civil, and in fact, some candidates were in and out several times to seek further clarifications on issues that had come up. There was also no occasion where the Commission refused to point out any errors or omissions on forms to the candidates. And so we'd like to take the opportunity to entreat the media to please report accurately on these matters and not to heighten the tensions which are already associated with these elections any further. Now, following the vetting of the forms, the evaluation of the forms to ensure that they comply with the with CI 94, Regulation 9.2, the Commission would like to inform the public and the candidates as follows. As at today, 2 candidates withdrew their nominations. They are Mr. Akwesi Adai Odike of the UPP and Mr. Kwabnaje of the RPD. The following nominations were not accepted by the Commission because they do not comply with Regulation 2 of CI 94. Either the number of subscribers were not as required by law, or the subscribers were not valid voters, or the forms were not completed in quadruplicate. The candidates are Dr. Ayariga and Akua Donkor of the UFP, Mr. Tien Wardbrew of the DPP, Madame Akua Donkor of the GFP, Mr. Kofi Akpalu of the IPP, Mr. Richard Nixon Tete of the UDSP, Mr. Hassan Ayariga of the APC, Dr. Henry Herbert Latte of the GCPP, and Mr. Alfred Kwame Asiedu Walker, an independent candidate. These are the nominations which have been accepted by the commission in the order of their submission. Nana Addo Akua Donkor of the NPP, John Dramani Mahama of the NDC, Ivor Kobina Greenstreet of the CPP, Jacob Osei-Yeboah, an independent candidate, Dr. Papa Kwesi Nduom of the PPP, Mrs. Nana Konadu Ajiman-Rawlings of the NDP, and Dr. Edward Mahama of the PNC. We would like to thank all of you and the media for the high levels of cooperation and support we have seen, and especially for the candidates for working very assiduously with the Commission and very expeditiously to ensure an end to this process.